Hello, everyone, and welcome to St. Francis Online, and this our weekly update for COVID-19 and shelter in place. My name is Edmund Mitchell. I'm the Director of Evangelization at St. Francis. And first of all, on behalf of Father Sojin and all of our parish staff, we just want to say we love you all and we miss you, and we can't wait to reconnect in person. We're hoping to adjust and be flexible to these times so that we can stay connected and not be so disconnected during these strange times. So first of all, we just have a few announcements. We want to say thank you to our whole staff. We want to say thank you to Father Sojin and thank you to all of our staff members who have been so flexible during these times, all of our staff members who are trying to adapt and adjust and who are making sacrifices to serve our community. We want to say thank you to them. We want to say in a special way, thank you to Father Sojin. Thank you for his devotion to continuing to offer the Mass for our community, for the whole church, and for the world. Father, for his bravery in pastoring us during this difficult time. We also want to say thank you to all the volunteers, all the different ministries, the Knights of Columbus, the Moms Group, the Young Adults Group, all of the ministries, all of our parish volunteers who have really stepped up and have been flexible, who have continued to try to connect with one another online, and who have been brave and generous during these times. And, I also want to say on behalf of our staff and Father, thank you. Thank you for being flexible. Thank you for tuning in during our live streams. Thank you for being generous during this time, for keeping connected and for praying for our church and for our city. We're seeing and hearing acts of generosity from you all, our parishioners, not only to our church, but to our city, to our neighbors. And I think now is a good time more than ever, as Bishop Olson said, for us to serve one another in charity and not to give over to fear. It's been a hard past couple days or weeks. I mean, it felt like a longer time than that. It's been hard, and we know that many of you are experiencing hardship or losing jobs, experiencing financial difficulty or uncertainty. And we just want to say that we're praying for you, and we want to be here for you and be connected to you now more than ever. We love you now more than ever and want to be connected. And Father's given out his direct phone number so you can get in touch with Father. And in that spirit, I want to give out, our staff is also wants to be more present and connected with you and available for you. I want to give out my direct line, my cell phone number as well, which I'll put in the description for this video. We just want to be connected for you. We've heard of at least one parishioner who's tested positive for COVID-19, and we just know that there are other people in our parish community that are suffering. Owners of small businesses or families, or just there's so much difficulty during this time. We just want you to hear this message that we're here for you and trying to stay connected and available for you. As another way for us to get creative about listening to the needs of our community, we've created a survey, and we encourage you to fill out that survey, and so that we can listen to the needs and what's going on in our community right now. So there's links to that survey on our parish website and near this video, hopefully. And we also want to say, that right now, more than ever, we really need to not give over to fear. This is a time the church has always experienced throughout her history, times of persecution or trial, times of even pandemics like this, or diseases. And the church always is encouraged and challenged by Jesus to respond not in fear, but in generosity, in joy, in bravery. And I think there definitely is a grace right now, even in the midst of all of this challenge and uncertainty. There's a grace being poured out and calling on us all to respond heroically during these times, and for us to band together now more than ever as the church. And, the church is more than just our physical building. The church is the body of Christ, and all of us are really encouraged and challenged during these times to act as the body of Christ for one another. We want to just continue to encourage you to have those acts of generosity towards our neighbors, towards our city in particular, small businesses, to support them and to support one another and to be connected. I've been thinking a lot about this phrase, social distancing. we've been encouraged to practice social distancing. And, we really believe that there's a reality to our communion, our community, that's more than just the physical, that we can be physically separate from one another. I think we should use that term maybe instead. We're encouraged to practice physical distancing, but we have a social or a spiritual communion that goes much deeper than the physical. We can be spiritually united to one another. Father is offering up Mass spiritually for our community during these times. And we want to encourage you not to be distant from one another, that we can come up with creative and flexible ways to connect with one another, especially during these times. So a few things. We want to encourage you to join us live for the live streams, but we're also going to have a list on our website of other live stream events that we're going to try to hold with Father or with other members of our staff so that we can stay connected. Secondly, we want to encourage you to connect with one another online or to form online connect groups. There are ways through social media or the internet, Zoom meetings, Hangouts, there are all sorts of resources available for you to connect with one another. And we really want to encourage you to find your group of people that you can connect with and check in on a weekly basis and pray with one another. We're going to be providing more resources for you to reflect on, to nourish you spiritually. So be on the lookout for those on our parish website. We're also going to be releasing a parish kind of podcast and show and resource for you to grow in your faith. It's going to be called God in Our City, and there are resources that we'll connect or link to down below in the description. We're hoping to provide online resources, meditations, those types of things to help you grow spiritually. And then finally, we want to also encourage you during this time to consider, if you're in a place of more stability, to consider acts of generosity like online giving and increasing your tithe maybe, just to prayerfully discern how you can support not just the church, but the local city. We'll have links below where you can find our parish online giving, where you can set that up if you haven't before. And then we also have opportunities for you to consider a one-time donation during this time. And finally, as we're moving into the couple weeks ahead, we just want to thank you so much for your flexibility and for just your prayer and for continuing to answer the call to be a missionary disciple during these times. Maybe now more than ever, we're really sent out as disciples on mission to our community and to our city. And the challenge right now is, will people in need really notice us as Christians during this time? And what I mean by that is, will people notice us as Christians who are marked with the joy of Christ, with the generosity of Christ, with the charity of Christ during these unique times? So I thank you so much. We're going to be providing more resources over the next couple of days. We ask you again, just stay connected with us, and we'll try to stay connected with you. And please reach out if you need anything as we continue to pray for you and weather this storm together. Again, we look forward to seeing you again, and just know of our prayers and our solidarity with you during these difficult times. Thanks a lot for listening, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. God bless.